boiling. And just picking up where we left off. That's incredible spit. It's over there.
So can you describe this for us? Cuspate spit.
You know why I can't do it right now? I'm trying to do the filming. I'm trying to do the filming here. It's a recurve spit. It's formed by longshore sediment transport from the south. It's been reworked up here, and right there at the top end, you get reworking from the waves that are developed in the channel here. And that's why it's got that complex little hook on the end.
Well, and these are old beach ridges, but really kind of a low relief.
Yep, those are probably individual storms, and there's not much relief to them. They're prorated really fast, and then they get filled in by marshes, and so you lose a lot of the definition of them because it's settled with the marshes.
Spits is they all have exactly the same shape and proportion, and they're quite beautiful. Some of them are huge, and some of them are tiny.
Just coming out here, and we've got more beach ridges here that historically formed. Old camp there.
It's a camp that hasn't been used for a while.
Looks like a longhouse.
A narrow gravel beach. This was a backshore lagoon, all filled in.
We've got 1 to 2 meter wide beaches.
It's like some accumulation of driftwood back inside the lagoon somehow.
It's probably a storm burn and the willows have colonized it. Real skookum cabin.
Looks like a new cabin.
Very clean. Incredibly well built. Looks like it hasn't been used too much in a while. These guys are probably fishing here down below.
Just coming off the beach there. There's some of that rooted pondweed.
And a relic marine scarp is behind, and it's kind of merging. And this may actually be an active failure system along the shoreline with willows colonizing.
And
failure moving the sediment zone. It looks like
this is a high vegetated bank
going on there. 1 to 2 meter wide beach, so there's enough energy to keep the winnow out most of the material that's coming on the beach from the back shore. The odd boulder evident all along the shore here. Runoff patterns and things.
This is where patches of snow have just melted.
It's just left.
Aggregation of driftwood there.
Pebble cobble on the beach mixed with sand, 2 to 3 meters wide. You can see the scattered boulders in there as well. So it's probably glacial marine material. To say the boulders look, a lot of them look somewhat angular.
What would you call this cuspate slope face here? It's just very regular.
It's called a sawtooth cliff, and it's triggered by the melting of the ice wedge polygons, and then they start the failure, and then they get bigger. Then it becomes a gully wash sort of thing. But the rhythmicity is kind of set initially by the polygons. And anyway.
Yeah, there's some really good examples just south of Conteview on the outside.
So my dissertation area that I worked on, Skull Cliffs in that area, it has that sawtooth sort of topography. Here we're into an area of failure
organic. Like here.
Here we're very ice rich as well. There looks like there's a thermal erosional niche at
That's
the
the
base.
source
Certainly
of that
some active erosion there and
slurry of the
surface
organics
washer
on the
barriers
beaches.
of the cliff face. Slumping along the shore there with the blocks coming down the cliff face. And another beautiful recurve spit here at the mouth of this. It's a whole, just coming up ahead here with the shoreline, sort of.
It's organic, a low bank organic recurve spit. Look at that
Wanted to shoot
beautiful
along shore here and
hook shape there.
catch this whole system. There's the system. So it's a relic marine scarp here. The river's caused enough accretion that the scarp
lots
has
of
been abandoned and
log
stabilized.
accumulation. Boy, that's
Lots
a
of
great
logs here.
campsite.
There's a camp.
Lots of logs accumulated in front of it there. And then
Lots
here
of
on the
wood on
berm.
the beach here, so sort of a resource. Oh, this is a drain lake. There's a drain lake here, and so that would have been kind of a catastrophic failure, and then it's reworked, and that's why there's a cuspate foreland along here. See the drain lake up in the behind?
Oh, yeah.
And that's when a big plug of sediment comes out, and it's created this unusual. And Corey, could we do a circle here? I just want to shoot back. When this lake drained, created a big pulse of sediment. You can see the accretional features in there. Great. Funny little fall pools just down below us. It's a pair, further link. And beautiful meander channel, and I'll try to shoot up as we go by here. You can see the big, this was actually a fairly big lake, and at some point it breached and drained, and as a result of that, it carried a lot of sediment out along the shoreline, so that's the drain lake. Here we've got, all along here, pretty consistent 5-meter wide storm, back shore, published sand, beach face, 2 to 3 meters.
Lots of driftwood in the log line there.
That's it. You can see in that lake, it should show on the satellite photos pretty clearly. What a great little story there. Might have been a catastrophic failure, and that's why you have a plug of sediment. These channels look like they've been walked on. I guess it's because the snow is just melted, so they look very brown, and the vegetation hasn't had a chance to grow yet. Wide beach here for sand.
This is a
You can see the sawtooth
scalloped cliff face. Lots of willow slumping right into the water. There is a fairly obvious narrow beach at the foot of the cliff all along here.
Along the surface here, and we're up at an altitude of 2 feet. And see the beach, there's another tin boat that's drifted away from someplace. And the beach is 2 meters wide, with sand, a little slump right into the water. You can see the sawtooth sort of
bare beach.
masked by the willows. Another drained lake up in behind there.
I guess the persistent snow patches at the tops of each of those cuts would just kind of enhance the formation of the cut, because that would be a source of moisture.
Lower sawtooth morphology and
to the lower slope. Yeah, some of them are really just swarms of, they're bank swallows. There's a whole bunch of holes there. Or cliff swallows.
Coming to a stream out here, and I don't know what this is the stream.
And now it's switched to the vegetated
So
slope face
little
from,
sand,
I mean the
a
herb
couple
type.
meters in width.
Like here, it's just tussocks of grass instead of the willow shrub. There's a trail going off up over the hill. This is all an active vegetated slumping. There's a few boulders
Right on the point
on the beach.
looks more like I'd say it's a sandy pebble.
Herb vegetated slope face.
Now back to the pebbly sands.
That looks like a road.
Funny little valley with the brown.
That gully there.
Snow pack. It's just that. These cliffs all unstable,
right
just kind of
across.
masked by the willow, and I think the willow is capable of that. Just colonizing on those unstable areas. I think you're in the zone now. We're just perfect speed, perfect distance, perfect elevation. Let's sing Kumbaya.
I think I'm in the sauna.
It's the zone there.
I'm in the sauna zone. Look at that. There's trail markers going up over the tundra there.
A little bit of a creek there. Straight,
slumping, so vegetated slope, and it's there. It's gone back to the willow and shrub, and then back to the herb type. Narrow beach. Few scattered boulders from somewhere.
Sandy pebble beach face. And we're zooming along here, and we're
Tall
here.
herb with sort of whitish spiked flowers. I was thinking it was paintbrush, but it doesn't look quite right.
And boulders along the beach, pebble, pebbly sand.
This is all a willow type
An active cliff.
going right down into the water.
Pebble sand on the beach, 1 to 2 meters in width. The odd boulder kicking along there. You can see that wash, and the beach is incredibly narrow. And I don't think it's because the water level's up.
That's
It's just,
tundra polygons
that's the way it
on
is.
the top of the cliff. Vegetated type there.
Those are all little sand churches there. Forest tundra cliff, about a 3 or 4 meter wide beach here. Bog, drifting along the shoreline.
Tundra
Is this like any of
polygons.
the Cape Cruisenstern sort of lagoons, or not? Do they have marshes in them, or do they have small beaches like this?
Well, each one was a little bit different. So, no, this isn't like any of them. This is way, way, way bigger.
And again, relatively unstable shoreline here.
But this is very common,
Dominant
this
type, a couple meter
willow
wide.
bank.
I think the willows are actually capable of working on the unstable areas, and they might even be solar function going down, and I think this is all moving.
They're just riding it down.
Yeah, they're riding it down. And they're capable of colonizing and existing with a moving soil, whereas the tundra vegetation needs something a bit more stable and probably longer term to fully develop the community.
Well, it's a completely different veg type.
Yeah. That the veg type is speaking to you. It's telling you something. boulders here, looking like incredibly bedrock-like. And very level tundra surface up above, probably
and a narrow
30
beach
meter
at the bottom of the Willow Bank.
Cliffs, very actively moving.
See right across the peninsula.
Willow and 1 to 2
Few
meter
perch
wide.
lakes. Narrow
1 to
beach
2 meter
here.
wide beaches down below that.
Vegetated bank. That's actually a more gradual slope in here. It's steeper again. You can see it's actively changing. Very narrow beach down there. It's tucked in under the edge of the Willow. There's where the Willow has made it right into the water. Ooh, look at these very even shapes. Wow, just taking a view forward.
Incredible sawtooth.
Oh, isn't that incredible?
Active
Wow.
here, glacial marine clays, active sloughing. So it's sort of a surface failure,
Wow.
not a big rotational slough.
That's amazing.
Gully going on as well. And so those are the processes
They're like
that are active.
sawtooth within sawtooth.
And we got
The front edges of the bare clay bank is also concave.
Faces or fractured, sort of a friable clay, and just already when they dry out,
Wow.
and they're ready to go. Sort of
Look at that.
sympathetic morphology.
And there is a
on the
little
below
beach down at the bottom. There's
the various cliffs
slip and
there.
slide.
Lots of stuff coming out of the
Actual
gullies.
grease looking, whereas a block had slid
mostly
down.
tender sand. There would be mud in there, but that's carried away very quickly. The water here is incredibly turbid.
Looking across the peninsula to the other side. Let's take a view forward there. Incredible. Look at that. It's like a mud flow.
There's big mud flows coming out of the gullies. So once
coming down, vegetation and all. Boy, there's a lot of swallows along here.
Established,
you can see them zooming around, and they're nesting in burrows in these
processes going on the different parts of the cliff. The cliff faces are failing by a surface failure, sloughing, and the gullies are actually waterborne debris failure, debris slides or flows. See the willows are carried right down into the intertidal zone. The beach here is 1 meter, 2 meters, a lot of times less than 2 meters. Sand.
Wow, it's like Badlands.
Much pebble. It's a little bit of wood debris from that.
These are even more active sloughs with a steeper angle on the clay banks that's left.
Don't appear to be.
Look at how even that is. Wow. Very precise, like they're measured.
Radiation in the morphology here. See how regular these patterns are.
That is really amazing.
2 meter wide sand beach down below. Very high cliff face.
You measured the distance between the peaks. Look at that slump there.
Could you do a dip to the right so that we can just shoot a longshore shot here? Very cool, that's good. moving along the coast and getting a feeling for that rhythmicity of this pattern here.
This is even more cone-shaped and obvious than on the other side of the peninsula. Triangular shape. There's a slump within a slump.
Lots of debris on the beach there, like silver-flexion loads coming along, and then in your big storms and things, they'll get cleaned up. You'll take away the mud material and the wind material, and you leave it with a sort of a sand pebble, or if there happens to be some ice drop boulders in the system. These cliffs are
narrow bare beach all along here,
so they're pretty close to 200.
And look at the silt in the water.
So 70
Did you slide a bit right? There's the edge of the silt in the water. Cool, that's great. So there's like just a little near-shore silty line.
Mostly sand, some pebble, lots of wood debris, silver-flexion loads coming out of the troughs between the sawtooths, and they're wood and the full range of sediment that's made up of the cliff. So the debris flows coming out of the small slopes and troughs.
Steep slope, obviously with these triangular shaped cusps of bare clay. Here they're vegetated.
Corey's GPS up there and it's saying 23 nautical miles.
Just incredibly even pattern. Sawtooth cliff.
Getting close. Very monotonous shoreline here.
Wow, so this looks more
really
like a gravel one, sediment one.
Almost looks like a gold one.
Look at that. You can see the slump pattern on that. Some kind of animal track right across it. That one you can see the layering in it.
Eras of sawtooth.
Most of them are sort of clay, look like
down
clay.
Below the top of the cliff, as we come along here, big solar function going right into the water. Looks like a 1 or 2 meter wide beach there, probably sand. And these are lower areas. Willow coming right down to the shore. 1 to 2 meter wide beaches. I'm going to call it heavy sand.
just goes right across the little
kind of covering up the
narrow
foliage.
beach, which is, I can see a bit of a
Curious to
swamp
know
line
whether the willows are new
and
or whether
a little bit of
been
a
here for the
log
last 100
debris
years.
line.
It'd be really interesting to talk to elders about
mixed.
that.
The wood debris is from the willows that have gone into the water. And there's lots of that.
And another drain lake behind us.
Here it's willows
And I
are
don't know
along
whether
the
that's
lower
anything to do with the
portion of the
cusping
slope.
foreland that we've got coming up ahead.
Continuous beach into the shadows of the willows there.
There's a ridge all along, and I'm guessing it's a storm
willow
ridge.
growing
Could be
along
an
the
ice
beach
bush ridge,
berm.
and then back to the beach face. So the storm ridge seems to have willows growing on it.
Here's a lagoon,
This is
backshore lagoon.
a little bit of wood debris. Storm surge ridge. I'm guessing that's
It's
ice
almost
push
a washover.
material. Some of the willows growing on the higher ridge, 2 or 3 meter wide intertidal zone. Swans,
Swans,
tucked
so
away
that's
up
all
behind here.
vegetated marsh. And so this lagoon is sort of filling in from the edges.
Lagoon here, and
This
it's all got marsh
it's
all the way
willows
around
along the
edges.
beach berm.
And you can see a little bit of an outlet here, a complex system. We've got a beach here that's an active beach. I'm going to say 5 years in
There's
width, and then
an old ice push.
inactive beach, storm bridge up above. I didn't see any
That's a
obvious
negative
ice
recurve
push
spin
there.
pattern in that
Looking at the
pool.
little complex of the delta
Old ice push and
complex
washover.
in here.
There's a cabin.
Obviously some type of winter hunting or fishing cabin.
Extra lumber.
And back into this lowish tundra shoreline with beaches all along the shore here, a couple meters in width. And some fairly
There's a
steep
swimming
cliff here.
caribou.
Earbuds pulled here, not sure why.
This is really lots of organic.
Just wanted to take a pitch.
And the tundra comes right up polygons there. Look at that.
And we've got
There's
a
the
2-meter wide beach there.
sawtooth cusp starting at each of the cracks, just like John said.
There's probably a little bit of pebble in there, but not very much. More active cliff
Yeah, look
here.
at that. This is a incipient
early
sawtooth
generation
cliff.
of the sawtooth morphology.
Oh, look at all the swallows there.
Beach there. Oh,
Look
you
at
can
all
see
the
some big
holes.
barriers. That whole face is ready to go in a big storm. Here you got maybe
And
a
a more
1 meter
gentle
beach,
slope
no
here.
meter beach. And the willows and silverfinch going right down to the intertidal zone. Very narrow intertidal.
Oh, more swallows in the clay bank. Boy, there's a lot of bank swallow habitat.
So, Corey, I have a question about your GPS in the upper right. Is that 18 miles to Kotzebue? Yeah. Okay. We're getting close.
Vegetated
Time to
sawtooth
be
cliff.
careful.
Caribou antlers.
Looks like a drain lake system there. Ooh, really active early road cliff here. A couple meter wide beach. Some failures on the cliff. I don't see any bedrock. It's
And
a 1 to 2 meter wide sand beach.
melting tundra cliff
A
all
little bit
along
of log
here.
debris across a 10 meter wide storm area, and then the beach, a couple meters in width. Ditto.
Look how steep that is. Another cloud of bank swallows. Slump there, that is blocks of peat down on the beach.
Some vegetated cliffs. This is a vegetated sawtooth pattern. I saw some boulders back there, but the main nature to the beach is sand. I see some slumps of like peat on the beach. So this stuff is
Wow,
all
look
moving.
at that. It's
maybe not fast enough that the willows are colonizing on it.
a slumping cliff, but it's all vegetated. This is the grass and herb type.
And then the active beach, another 3 meters. So there's a stone stir, the back shore, a couple meters before that active beach face, and that back shore is now disappearing, and we just got the normal high water line is right up, basically at the base of the cliff. Just motoring along here, soaring off the miles. Yeah, we've got a couple meter wide beach face here. Looks like in some places there's about a meter of backshore with wood debris, and then these are pretty active cliffs or whatever. They're vegetated with the willow, but everything's moving.
Really narrow beach.
Squished right
And
across
now we're back
beach
to
here.
the willow type.
And it's like 1 or
bank.
2 meters beach width. And I'm going to call it mostly pebbly sand. I haven't seen any
Oh, look
boulders
at all
for a
the
while. Oh, there's a
fireweed
little
there.
cobble down there. There's some boulders. Whenever I think that,
Wow.
say I haven't seen those for a
Beautiful.
while, then they appear. Incredible sawtooth morphology of these
And
cliffs as we
each
cruise along.
slump is a big
And we've
blob
got,
down in the water's
looking
edge.
ahead, I can see good big cusping foreland up ahead here. When you look at the chart, it kind of looks like a promontory, like a great big cliff promontory, but we're going to get up here and actually find it's an accretional feature.
There's
Really
another
interesting to
UFO.
see whether it's associated
It's
with
just a white rock,
like
I think.
a catastrophic event like lake trick. Heavy sand beach, cobbled down in the lower part of the intertidal zone.
Oh, there's some, this looks like taller deciduous trees. How odd.
It looks like a mining
It's like
operation.
cottonwood. Is that possible?
Looks like a mining operation or something.
Cottonwood?
It sure is.
Gravel mining. And cottonwood trees?
Wow.
I think. And something yellowish.
This is bizarre.
Yeah, slightly modified.
Can we slow down a bit for this?
These are
We're just looking at
old
this
beach ridges.
mining operation here, so
And
somebody's
I
decided
guess
to
it's a
take
gravel
out a
mining.
gravel deposit out of
Beautiful
the
gravel
so
pile.
Here,
If you're
set of causeways,
into gravel piles.
stuff,
look at that,
pushes
it's
up, they've
all-
stockpiled,
that's
there's
like it's
stuff
been
stockpiled
dug out
on
of
the beach.
the
There's
lagoon.
funny ridges at the end here. I don't know whether they used an excavator or dredge, but they
It's
got a
a
whole bunch
huge
of gravel
gravel
pits
mine.
so they can get a really clean gravel. You can see some of the beach bush in the foreground.
It's
And
all
it's a whole
disturbed.
area. This has been obviously a mining operation.
There's a gravel
mining operation
loading
for a long
ramp.
period of time. There's all kinds
Roads
of
across,
different events.
cottonwoods
So,
there.
Different areas where they've done dredging. You can see the natural system looks more or less like this. And then
That's the ice push and a washover.
Marshes. There's a great big ice push.
That's dune grass on the beach, on the berm.
There would have been a barrier split
And
here.
the beach has been used as a road.
They're actually mined out areas for, I guess they're getting a beach
Should we
watch
go up and do a loop over in there and back out?
Sure, let's get to the end of it and do that though, and we can just do a high, fast loop. But we'll do this normally up to the end.
There's the camp. And the shallower part of the lagoon, you could actually see the dredge lines on the bottom. Isn't that weird? Yeah, the whole thing is all disturbed.
And lots of ice push along the shoreline.
Oh, that's where that big culvert I saw on the other side came from.
A barge system there.
That's ice push there on the point. So it looks like this hasn't been used for a long time. Mind you, that's... Yeah. It's old beach fronts here and there. Yeah, so
all these lineations, Corey, here, they're old beaches, so this is prorated out over a long period of time. It's a really nice washed sediment material, so it'll be like a nice washed sand, pebble, gravel, and it won't have any mud in it or very little mud in it, and that's why they wanted the construction. I'm happy going this far, Mary.
so you can see, look at the pattern down there.
Drained it or something. Probably in the winter they can scurry around.
Wow, is that ever cool?
I'd be curious what they're using.
Bucket dredge. Very cool. And it looks like somebody made this little island here.
Maybe it's our side.
Nice ice push feature on the point here too.
And we're just coming up to the point again. We did a little circle there, so that's next. A relic deposit, relic beach deposit that's being mined, and it looks like active mining in there. All kinds of ice pushes at the end. The nice clean sediment there, the pebbly sand sediment that you see on the active beach is probably exactly what they're mining out of the relic beaches in behind there. So very cool. And,
This is the
I don't think
natural, the lagoon behind the barrier beach. It's a little bit infilled.
And I'll just have to pan back here. We're back into the 2-meter wide beach below Failing Tundra Cliff.
This is a nice sand beach all along here.
Push ridge in through here. You can see the push.
There's some funny ice push too.
Sediment piles along there.
Overwash here.
Definitely the ice push is an accretionary process. This particular lagoon would be occasionally flooded, but most of the time not.
The flood tide delta there.
Brown watercolor
And this is a bluegrass pumped. It's like another older washover.
Jumping in here, but basically it's all marsh around here.
Beach at the end. This is an old lagoon too. It's all been filled in though.
There's another old beach playing here.
Beach face in front of it. Those are all
the
think there's
angles
underwater
and angles
beach
are
ridges.
challenging.
Big sand waves underwater. See that shore parallel?
And this is a drained lake here.
Well, here's a pretty cool old lake.
So boom,
Almost all
just
filled
get
in,
to a
but it
certain
looked
level
like
and
dead.
let go. And so
Dead
you have this marsh
vegetation.
but it doesn't
It's got a
appear
lot
to
of
have,
daisies in it.
recording is 43 minutes. Yeah, up here, you can see some of our track lines from this morning. So we're getting pretty close to closing it off. Oops. 1 to 2 meter wide beach. Here below the cliffs.
Narrow beach. The steep backdoor bank.
1 to 2 meter wide. No beach at all here.
Nothing
Not zero.
interesting. Profile
Just
on the clay
cliff right
bank
into
there.
the tidal zone. A little bit of peak down there.
Yeah. Swallow burrows, and look at this. It's funny looking. Vegetated. It looks like clumps of grass.
This is spruce all in its own. And here we get a little bit of a sawtooth
Actively
pattern
slumping
here.
cliff.
Lobes coming right across the beach. In fact, no beach in this section. Zero. Just cliffs right down to the water's edge.
Looks like fireweed there.
Active cliff going right
And
into the
then
water.
tundra polygons up on the cliff. Top of the cliff. Caribou tracks.
1 to 2 meter wide. This
Rich
is a 1 meter wide
vegetation in the
beach.
near shore.
Sand. See the beautiful little ridges there associated with different water levels. Water levels and energy events. And we've got another area, this area,
It's that pondweed again.
cliffs, and then
Continue. Look at all the different colors of the different vegetation types. Goodness, there's that
reworked along the shoreline here, kind of deep ridges.
flurry of organic kind of look
vegetation,
again.
no sand at all.
And a
It's all,
monoculture of yellow flowers. Look at that strange pattern. Goodness.
outcrops. Big blocks of the cliff falling down here. You can
There's
see the
big
act
blocks of
of all the silt in the water.
And,
this is
here's a
definitely
drainage
drain lake here. Big marsh
that's
out
just
front.
reduced down to
just
one little
looking at the
thin, sinuous
incredible little
track.
pattern across the front of
Ice
this lake,
push
all
across the
deep
marsh
eroded.
there.
So we're in a very
Lots
erosional
of
shoreline
willow
here.
sticks.
With not much of a beach at all.
Boy,
No beach at
tons of
all.
swallows
Just
there.
going right
There's
into
the
intertidal zone.
pondweed
We've got
in the
weed,
near shore.
down below us. Just beautiful.
Could we do a low and slow, please? Out here over this vegetation. Just looking to see if it really is exactly the same.
No beach in here. Here we've got marsh shoreline.
Slower.
This is all an eroding marsh platform.
get a sample. Just kidding.
I'll hold your feet. And this is this marsh.
That would work. And there it switched to more like a filament green now.
Marsh platform here. And a little bit of a eroding feed here in the marsh platform. So this is indicating a whole bunch of different sea levels. You get a relic scarp there, and then you get a corrugation.
Isn't that weird, all that organic?
Accumulation and a marsh
like
growing
a
on top of that. And now it's eroding
blurry.
again. So
There's
some
the
type
filament
of cyclic
green.
variation in energy or sea levels or something like that.
So as far as I can tell, it's submerged aquatic.
Into our tape here. Finish on this tape.
Vascular, not algae. This is, looks like green algae here. Diatom. A few small trees.
Hypothetically, we're good. All along the shoreline there, this is eroding tender cliff here.
Wow, that looks like that whole cliff's gonna go.
Get out. There's some type of vegetation all the way along offshore. There's a bit of a intermittent 2 meter wide
Standing water.
shoreline. It's
Really cracks up at the top of the bank.
in the imagery because it's so dark.
Filament is green underwater.
Light here and there, and here we got about a
And a
4 meter
diatom
wide
mat.
shoreline, a little bit of marsh fringe in there, associated with this creek mouth, but it's all
Marsh
green.
bench.
Don't see any
Filament
sand at all.
screens
Looks
there.
like it's all green. And the road
You can see where the ducks have been
lost the
swirling up the mud.
There, suggesting it used to be marsh, but for some reason now it's eroding out. And very shallow offshore, and there's vegetation in the offshore. Here we have a section of marsh shoreline with eroding peat on the outside of it. So it looks like it may be extended out further, and now isn't so far out.
Shallow in the near shore. As far as I can see off to the right, interesting. It's so calm. It's like a persistent boat wave or something.
On the beaches, 2 meters wide.
Here's the organics and filamentous green.
So, very different stories, so intermittent differences on energy levels as we fly along the shoreline and closing in on concentrated and the completion of the survey. And we're still on plan A. God willing. And we're 51 minutes into the tape. It's going to be close. That was 8 miles out still. So, and 60 knots, so maybe.
And it's very consistent almost the whole way since Selawik. It's been like this with the willow on the tundra cliff. There's the vegetated sawtooth.
A couple buildings, older buildings, maybe on the
Still
base
very
of this
evenly spaced. That is willow type there. Narrow beach at the bottom. Oh, here's a lovely little vegetated foreland with a bit of a road through it.
So a bit of a homestead here. They've obviously done gravel extraction on this bit as
dredged
well,
up
and created a road,
material to make a road.
And we're just coming out to the end. around the roof of that building there. Can't quite keep this up. Looks like pebble.
There's the
Feathery
ice push
sand. So
on the
this
other
was
side.
obviously an attractive area for mining. I think in the past, these scrape materials off here. It'd be a challenging place to get into with a boat because there's a big platform. And you can see the old road that was made in there and some of the scrape marks. But they definitely tore off some of the surface. And we got beach ridges to the north here, and we're getting a little bit of a marsh platform
with organics.
You can see sort of scrape marks in the shallow stuff. And we're 53 minutes.
And filamentous below us, a little fringing marsh.
I don't think we're going to make it on this tape. It'll be breathtakingly close, but I'm at 54 minutes now, and we got about 6 miles to go. We'll see what we can do. And we got a little bit of a marsh platform there. Generally stable here. It's not. I don't see marsh being ripped off and no peat ripped off. So it's prograting out in front of the cliff. We have really shoal areas off to the right of the aircraft. So that actually takes up a lot of the energy, and that's why yeah, we might as well change it. There's no sense. How about at this little creek mouth up ahead here?
The rooted pondweed. There's the little snow patches in each of the skeleton crescents on the cliff.
I'm still filming.
I'm going to change it here.
And I'm going to change